Well, hello everybody, and let's try this one more time. Hopefully this one will work. I don't know what happened last time. I pressed the live button and I started talking and nobody was there. It wasn't moving, so I was like talking to myself. So the connection just like lost. So I'm back. I'm back. Sorry, I'm late now because I got on here right at 7 o'clock and it didn't work. But hello, everybody, and welcome to Date Night with Lisa. It is Saturday, December 10th, 2022 at 7 p.m. Eastern. Well, actually 7:06 p.m. because I'm late. I know, internet issues. And this is Lisa Freeman from stampinwithlisa.com. And I think I already said that. I don't even know. I messed up the last one. So sorry you guys have to put all your comments again. But we're back. We're back. And hopefully this time will work. So let's all say a prayer that it does not lose internet connection. I don't know exactly what happened, but I looked at my phone and all of a sudden it was black and said no connection. So, hey, everybody again. It's a beautiful day today here in Chesapeake, Virginia. Sun's already gone down though, but it was gorgeous outside. A little chilly though, probably like 50s. Not as cold as some of you guys I see in the really, really cold areas. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Diana. Hey, Spice Girl. Hey, Katie. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Mel. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Minda. Hey, Audrey. Hey, Tony. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Johanna, Sharon, Kitty Cat, Dolly. We've got lots of people on already. So thanks for finding me again. I know everybody was all set to go on that one, and I had to delete it real quick and start all over from scratch, which I hate because then I have to do the picture over again and type all the stuff in again, and it's just a pain in the butt. And since I was not here on Thursday night, I had to work. I got one of the guys at work called in sick, so I had to go in and do his shift. So it was kind of a last minute thing, so I didn't really have time to tell anybody, but I did post on my channel that I wouldn't be doing a video. So hopefully most of you guys saw that. So if I'm ever not on, it's either because I got called into work or I'm lying here unconscious and nobody knows because I'm by myself. But hopefully I will always post something so you guys, so at least somebody will know what's going on. But I was really upset because I wanted to do a video Thursday and I couldn't. So I thought I'd give you guys a two for tonight. So we're going to do 2 cards to make up for the one I didn't do on Thursday. So that means you guys have to put twice as many likes and comments and shares. So hello, everybody. Hey, Terry. Hey, Bonnie. Hey, Donna. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Beth. All right, so we've got a bunch of people on already. So I've got a lot of cards to give away. These are the cards we're making tonight. So we've got 2 different ones. Hopefully you can see the sparkle on this one. It's very, very gorgeous. I love it, love it, love it. I can see it a little bit in the camera. Hold on, let me hold it under the light. Maybe that'll do it. Maybe you can see it then. But this is the brand new paper from the Sale-abration mini that starts in just 3 weeks. So I was sitting at work yesterday and I told somebody, I said, yeah, only 3 weeks till Christmas. And she's like, yeah, more like 2 weeks. I was like, oh, you're right. And I've done nothing. And then this is the other one that we're making. So I'm going to show you the dies for this. I just found these. I don't even know when I bought them, but I just found them and I was like, oh, that's a cool little die. So that's the one we're using. So you're going to get a twofer with that paper. So let me show you the paper real quick. And I think I showed this the other day. I'm pretty sure I did. You never know. My memory's like going. So it's absolutely beautiful. And this is free with a $50 purchase in the Sale-abration catalog. So that starts January 5th. So these are the pieces that I started with today. So I used both of these pieces. They're different. So this one has the little flowers, and it's more Mossy Meadow and Fresh Freesia. This one is Fresh Freesia and Evening Evergreen and Soft Succulent, I think. But they go together really well. So that's the first card that I'm going to do. It has both of the purples. And then we've got the like coral color and oh, what's that color called? Now I can't remember. Darn, I'm drawing a blank. What's that color called? So that's the whole sheet of that one I just used. And this is the other sheet. And so this is the one that I cut apart. And this is the one that I used for the background. And then we've got, oh, this one's really pretty. So this has all the pieces and all the colors in there. So you've got the purples and the oranges. What is the name of that color there? Anybody see it? I know you guys know. Somebody has to know. It's one of the in colors, and I just can't. No, it's not Blushing Bride. It's the it's one of the new in colors from last year. Well, actually from this year. And we've got ribbon that goes with it. It's Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, Fresh Freesia, and that one. It's not Petal Pink. It's not Sweet Sorbet. Oh, no, it is last year's colors. Yeah, it was last year's color, not this one. Pale Papaya. That's what it is. Pale Papaya. Patricia got it. Pale Papaya. Yeah, it's not pink. It's more the orangey. This color. Okay, then we've got a larger version. So this is another good one to cut out. So I think the ones like this one are good to do as a background. And then the ones that, like this one, are really good to cut out. I mean, you can use that as a background too, but, and then we've got this one also, which is gorgeous. They're all gorgeous. And the backs are okay. I don't really love the back of it, but that's good because then you don't have to worry about which side to use. So that's the paper. And I got a bunch already because that's like my favorite thing in the Sale-abration catalog. All right, I've got a bunch of cards to give away because I haven't done that in like a couple weeks. So first one is Jackie Boder, I think is maybe how you say it. She got one of these. I've got a couple of these to give away. So we've got Jackie and Joanne both win the blue tree card. So Joanne Donovan. Marie Crest Anderberry wins this one with the snowflakes. Hopefully I'm saying these right. Lori Herchelroth. I don't know if I said that right. You won this one with the Christmas tree and the paper that's sold out now. And then Lucy Schmidt, you won this one, and this is the one with the deer and the trees. And then I've got another one, Loretta Pearson, you also won the one with the deer and the trees. So if you won a card, make sure you send me your address. Email it to me at stampgirl2@cox.net. And somebody asked for my address again, and hold on, I have it right here. So if you guys want to send me a Christmas card, feel free. This is my address, 309 Grain Way, Chesapeake, Virginia, 23323. I love getting happy mail from you guys. So I'll try to send your card back if I can. I made a bunch the other day, so I think I've got about 40 Christmas cards. You'd think I'd have a ton, but I give away so many on the videos and stuff, and so I don't really have a ton made, but I'm going to try and work on it because I do have some time off coming soon. So I will work on getting Christmas cards out. All right, and then also, this is what we're using, the die. So it is from Fabulous Frames. I think, pretty sure that's in the big catalog. And I don't know how long I've had it. I just found it and I've never used it. So we're going to be using this one right here, which pops out 2 pieces. So you get the outside and the inside. So these are 2 separate pieces right here. So I popped this up so you can see it. But what I did was I started with this piece of designer paper, and I was going to cover the middle part, and I was like, well, I hate to waste all that inside. So I was looking for something like the deckled rectangles or something that could cut out the middle so I wouldn't waste it, because I hate wasting really pretty paper. So I found this one, and it worked perfectly because look, you can put it right behind it. It punches it out. So you're going to see that I have a big hole in this piece right here, and then this covers it up. So I got this whole card and this whole card out of one piece of designer paper, one 5 1/4 by 4 piece. So I didn't waste it. And then this one is also in that same set, and that's where I got the little friend here. So that's the dies. And again, it's called Fabulous Frames, number 159163. And I'm pretty sure it's in the big catalog. I'm not 100% positive, but I'm pretty sure because I think I've had it for a while. Hopefully it's not retired. I don't think it is, because I'm pretty good about pulling out my retired stuff. All right, so that's the die cuts. And then this is the stamp set that goes with the paper. This is in the new spring mini catalog that starts January 5th also. So we're going to be using this on the inside of the card on this one. So I stamped that one. And then let me see if I brought the big one. I think I did. I was going to do that one, but I didn't like the way I colored it. So I said, no, I'm not going to do that one because I couldn't, it wasn't matching exactly the same. So I didn't like it. So I'm not using that one today, but we're using the thanks and that one and the friend. So that's the stamp set, and it does come with dies too. So you get the dies that go with it. So that's really pretty. All right, I got a bunch of Happy Mail. So I want to show you guys that. Lots of Christmas cards. The die reminds me of a cookie baking sheet. Yes, Susan, it does. Oh, Karen, you're in Florida. Nice. Wish I was in Florida. Oh, Beth says it is in the big catalog, so the dies are in the big ones. Just got Fabulous Frames. Can't wait to use it. Oh, good. Kitty Cat just bought it. Yay, Sandy, you caught me live. Cards are gorgeous. Thank you, Brenda. Okay, Debbie and Mel are talking about setting up a time to get together. Yes, it kind of does remind me of the paper from a while back with the roses. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the, oh, what was that other one? I can't remember the name of it. Another one that we had. All right, so let me show you what I got in the mail. This is in the last few days, so it didn't all come in one day. So, and some of it is from, I had a little get together with my group the other day too. All right, so this one is from Luann Thompson. So this is a really cute Christmas card with a nice note. I love all the notes that I get from you guys. They're always so sweet. I love, love, love getting them. This one is from Sharon Howland. This is a cute little Christmas card with that fun die that goes with the candy cane stamp set. Very cute. Thank you, Sharon. This one is gorgeous. I love, love, love how she did this. This is from Barbara Drake. So Barbara did the scene on here. I'm not sure what stamp set that is, but it's gorgeous. I think it's one from maybe last year. Okay, there's somebody out in front of my house, like yelling. Weird. I don't know what they're doing, but there's somebody out there. But I love how she masked this off and did the snow scene. I think that's just absolutely gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. So thank you, Barbara. Then this one I got from Deb Morkunis, who's one of my customers who was here on Thursday. And we had a big class and a brunch and everything. It was so yummy. So she made that gorgeous card. This is from my downline, Beth. I think that is just absolutely gorgeous. I love, love, love that poinsettia set from last year. It's so pretty. And she has a matching envelope. So pretty. This one is from Tony. Tony's on here. How are you doing, Tony? This one is beautiful and got a nice recipe with it for Rotel cups. I'm not sure what a Rotel cup is, but it's got Rotel in it and some pastries and some other stuff. So I might have to try it. I'm not exactly sure what if it's like a Italian, not Italian, Mexican or something, but I will try it. She says she takes it to potlucks all the time. So thank you, Tony, for that beautiful card. And then this one, oh my gosh, I opened this one and I was like, I think this is a absolutely beautiful, beautiful card. This one's from Susan Trask, and I just loved it. She wrote me this big long letter, which I just love. Love, love, love getting these letters in the mail. But I just think this card is absolutely gorgeous. And I was trying to figure out what stamp set that was. And then she stamped it and then embossed it with the, I'm pretty sure that's the timber embossing folder. And then used the punch and one of my favorite bows with the linen thread. Love, love, love that. So thank you so much, Susan, for that card. I might have to copy it if I can figure out what stamp set it is, because I'm not sure I have that one. This one is from Debbie Chebitar, who's one of my customers. I just got this in the mail. She was in class Thursday, but this just came in the mail. So thank you, Debbie. Well, I have lots of Debbies. This one is from Loretta Pearson. She sent this one, nice sparkly card. Thank you so much, Loretta. Love it, love it, love it. Then this one, this is like the greatest one. I got a gift. I love getting gifts. So this is from Sherry Niebauer. So I got a card and a whole notebook full of note. She's so sweet. So Sherry sent me this card, which is absolutely beautiful. And then inside, a gift of Moolah, which is my favorite gift. And I just want to thank you, Sherry. That is just so sweet of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can always use that. So, and it came in that cute little mini envelope, die cut. And then her husband made this, which I thought was so sweet. So this, her husband makes wooden clocks and does woodwork, I guess. So this says Jesus, and he carved it out of wood. So I thought that was so sweet. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Sherry, you are so sweet. So thank you guys for all the cards and gifts. Love, love, love getting stuff in the mail. So you guys make my day. All right, so don't forget, if you place an order from now through the 15th, this is the card kit that you'll get in the mail. 3 sets of supplies to make 3 of these cards. That's if your order's over $50 and you use the host code. And then if it's over $100, you'll get the rhinestone gems with it. So that is until the 15th. And then don't forget, we've got the retiring sale going on until they run out, or till the end of the month. And the new catalogs start January 5th. I'm pretty sure. I know this one does. I'm pretty sure this. Yeah, they both start January 5th. So can't wait to show you that. All right, so you ready to get started? So I'm going to do this one first. So here's what you need for this one. You need a piece of 5.5 by 8.5 fresh freesia, a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 white, and that's for the inside. And I've already die cut this. So this is what happens. I started with a whole piece of 5 1/4 by 4 of the DSP, and then I die cut that piece out and put that piece on this card. So that's how I got both cards from the same piece of designer paper. So we're going to be using this inside part for the next card. So that is using that die cut, got the die set that I just showed you. Then we need the scalloped contour die. That's the one of the larger ones, 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 approximately. A little tiny piece of fresh freesia, 2 by 3/4. That little die cut that I showed you for the words. And then I just took different pieces. So we're going to be using half of flower. This was on the edge. So don't, just because it's on the edge and half of it's cut off, don't think you can't use that, because you can. So what I did was I just tucked it in here behind this flower. And you would never know that that's just part of a flower. So I already cut that one out. These two I'm going to cut out for you during the video. So there's tons of these on the paper. I think you can probably make at least like 6 or 7 cards with the flowers that are on one piece. So that's what we're going to be using. So if you want to take a screenshot of that for this card, let me read some comments before we get started. Let's see. Beautiful cross. Everybody loves the cross. I know it is very pretty. Stamp sets listed at the end of the note. Okay. Oh, Susan. Oh, okay. I'll have to go back and read the whole thing, because I only read part of it, because I read it when I got home from work last night. Let's see. I know, that was a nice gift. All right, Debbie Spicer's like in her own social circle here, talking to everybody. Oh, Sherry's watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Sherry. That was so sweet. She said, you deserve lots of gifts since you never charge us for your videos. That's true. I don't. All of these videos are free, so that is true. Checking on taco soup. Be right back. Oh, Spice Girl's back now. Hey, Lynn, you finally found me. Sorry. I had to stop and start again. Yeah, the video was removed because I started it and it was the connection was lost, so it stopped filming. I don't even think it started filming, so I had to delete that and start over. All right, so I think I'm all caught up with the comments, and let's get started with this one. So lots to tell you, because I haven't seen you in so long. It's been since Tuesday. So I've pretty much been working most of the time. All right, so what we're going to do here, so this is what I did. I put this down on this piece of paper, and I was like, oh, I hate to waste all this because I'm going to put this on top. So that's why I cut it out. It's because you'll never know. So if you ever have like the expensive paper or the paper you hate to really waste, that's always a good idea to kind of cut out something in the middle. Really, especially the shimmer and the like metallic paper. It's good to do that. All right, so those two we're just not going to do anything with except leave them there for a minute. And we're going to be stamping on these. So you're going to love what I did. One of my favorite background stamps is from Artistically Inked. And it's the one that looks like the biology project. For some reason, every time I pick it up, I think it looks like a fetal pig or something. I don't know. It just is the strangest looking thing to me, but it makes such a pretty background. So I'm using fresh freesia, and I'm just going to stamp all around the edges. See how gorgeous that is? It just gives you a really pretty background on there. So, oops, I got on my paper. All right, so that's what we want for that. So we're done stamping that part. So see how pretty that looks in the background? And then for our words, we're gonna do, let me put this over here. We're doing the friend in black. So this is Memento Black. I was gonna use my Evening Evergreen, but my pad is so dry and I can't find the refill anywhere. I've looked through. I know I have at least one refill. I think I have 2, and they're somewhere in a box missing. I don't know what happened. So there's the friend. Oh, I want to put one more of these on here. So let me stamp off and then stamp on there. So then you get that background on there too. Oh, it's hard to get that in my fingers. All right, and then on the inside, we're gonna do the little flower in black. And I wanted to do this flower in the Evening Evergreen so I could color the leaves in with just a blender pen, but my pad was just so dry, it looked like soft succulent. So, and then what I did was This is how I was coloring that first flower, that the big flower that I was coloring. I started out with sponge daubers. So I took a sponge dauber and I dipped it in the fresh freesia and then just tapped off and then just kind of swirled it in there to give it some color. And then I used Highland Heather, and then I used the Stampin' Blends, and I kind of was combining it all, but I didn't really like how it came out. So that's a really easy way to just color a flower, like in 2 seconds. And it's really easy. So that's the inside. All right, so now we're gonna cut these flowers out and then put it together. So we've got everything there done. And remember, for fussy cutting, the key is keep your cutting hand steady and don't really move it, and move the paper. So I'm gonna just start over here. So you just kind of cut and turn that paper as you go. And it makes it so much easier because you're not like going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with your cutting hand. And this is really easy to cut out. So, oops, let's go a little bit deeper. So work has been pretty fun the last few days. I've only had like a few mean people come in. It seems like most people are in pretty good moods lately. But we had, the other night I was working, and one of my friends who works in, she's a nurse, her fiance was coming in to get a flu shot. And she came up and she's like, so my boyfriend's coming in. She said, I want you to prank him. And I was like, what do you mean prank him? And she's like, just give him a hard time. She said, I just want to like do something to prank him. And I was like, okay, well, what do you want me to do? And she's like, I don't know, just do something. And I said, well, how am I going to know who it is? I said, because I've never met him before. And she's like, you can't miss him. He's super tall and has big ears. And I said, so what a way to describe your fiance. So sure enough, she said, he'll be here in about like 10 or 15 minutes. I said, okay. Sure enough, as soon as he walked in, I knew exactly who he was, because he does have big ears. But I said, so I told her, I said, what do you want me to say? What big ears you have? So I'm trying to sit there and think of what I'm going to say to this guy, because I don't know him. And, you know, it's hard to judge people, because usually I can tell when somebody comes in if they are, you know, what kind of personality they have, if they like to joke around, you know, because I joke around with patients all the time. But you can tell, like, who comes in and they really don't want to talk at all, and, you know, who comes in and they're really friendly and you can kind of joke around with them. And those are the patients that I really like to talk to, because, you know, I get their mind off what's wrong, and half the time they're like, oh, I feel so much better after talking to you, because I'll get them laughing and stuff. And but so he came in, and I said, oh, you know, come on over. And I start checking him in. He had put his name in backwards, and I said, so your name is da-da-da-da? And he's like, no. He goes, oh, did I put it backwards? I'm like, yep. And he goes, oh, whoops. And then, so I'm sitting there trying to think of something to say to try and, like, prank him. But I could tell he was kind of, like, more of a serious type. He wasn't really, like, super friendly. And she's the opposite. She's, like, crazy wild, you know. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't even know what to say to this guy, because I don't know. I was just drawing a blank. All right, so those are cut out, and I'll finish the story in a second. So let's put it together. So this is going to go right here. Make sure you got it the right way. I don't really think there is a right or a wrong way, though. I think, well, actually, I think it does, because some of these are upside down. So we'll do it this way. And green glue is my choice for adhesive. So we'll just put that on. Stick that right on the front. So, anyway, I was just kind of playing dumb that I didn't know who he was, you know. Well, then my friend, she didn't realize he was there, so she came out to get a patient, and sees him, and you know, she's trying like not to get eye contact with him, so because she doesn't want him to know, like that we're friends or anything. So this is going to go on next, and I'm just going to glue it down flat. And so he sees her and he's like, hey. And she looks over and she's like, oh, hey. And so I'm like, oh, you know her? And he's like, yeah. And I said, oh. I said, yeah, she's really nice. And, but, you know, I knew that they were dating for a long time, but I didn't say anything. So I started asking him questions, and I was like, you know, your address, phone number, all that stuff. And then I said, so do you have an emergency contact you'd like to give? And he said, yeah. And I said, okay, who is it? He's like, and tells me her name. I said, oh. And I said, well, what's your relationship? Because we have to, you know, ask, like, is it, you know, your mother, daughter, whatever. So he said, she's my girlfriend. I said, oh, you and her dating. I said, well, I guess it's a good thing I wasn't flirting with you or anything. And he just turned like beet red. And like, I mean, red as a tomato. And he goes, well, I wouldn't have told her that. I'm like, oh, really? And so then I said, well, what's her phone number? Because we have to put the phone number in there for emergency contact. And he goes, oh, shoot, I don't know. And they've been dating for like 3 years, and they live together. I said, you don't know her phone number? I said, what kind of boyfriend are you? And I said, you should at least know her phone number. He goes, I know, don't tell her, don't tell her. And so I'm just kind of giving him a hard time. All right, so this one we're going to stick on kind of like this. I want to cover it up like that. I just realized these on this flower are the opposite of the other one that I had. The other one had the leaves coming out this side, so I want this to kind of go. Maybe I should switch them around and put it like that. No, I think I like that flower better that way. All right, so I'll just put it like that, I guess. Put it up, kind of up. All right, so that'll go there. And then the rest, these two, I want to go on dimensionals. So anyway, we, you know, I asked him where he worked and stuff, and it was like pretty far away. And I said, wow, that's a hike from here. And he goes, well, this was kind of on the way home. And I said, and it was right about 6:30. And I said, well, did you bring her dinner? And he goes, no. He said, I really didn't pass anywhere on the way. And I said, okay, you came. I know where he came from. I said, you probably passed 50 places to eat on the way. And I said, and you didn't think about stopping and picking up something for her to eat for dinner when she's doing a double shift today and working so hard? And he's like, no, I guess I should have, huh? I said, yeah. I said, you're her boyfriend. You should have like got her dinner. And I said, you should have gotten me some dinner too while you were at it. And I was being so like serious and trying not to laugh, which is really hard because usually as soon as I start joking around, I start laughing. But I was trying to be like super serious, and she's kind of standing like behind the wall, but I can see her, but he can't see her. And she's like listening, and she's trying not to laugh too. So then I just said a few more things to him, you know, giving him a hard time. So then he had told the MA to do the same thing. So the MA comes to get him and starts giving him like, you know, a hard time about stuff too. And so he had no idea that we were doing that. So then she goes to give him the flu shot, and he's like, he tells her, he's like, man, your coworkers are really kind of, you know, I'm not gonna say the word that he said, but she starts dying laughing, and she's like, we were punking you. It was a joke. We were punking you. He said, I told him to do that. So then he was like, oh, no wonder. He said, I kept thinking, what is wrong with these women? So it's kind of funny. We were laughing about it like the rest of the night because he had no idea. He was just like, just so red because you could tell he was just like a little flustered. I felt kind of bad, but it was funny. He thought it was funny at the end. So he stopped by and said, I realize now what was going on. So that was funny. So we do try to have some fun at work, you know, a little bit. All right, so we're going to put some pearls on here. And let's see, take your pick tool. And then we're going to spray it with some Stella shimmer spray. So we're going to put a couple pearls on these little holes right there. And then I'm going to put one in the center of the flowers. This man came out the other night. And so most people, I would say 95% of the people that I deal with there are really, really nice and love talking and love laughing. And, you know, a lot of them will make a comment about my laughing. And so do my coworkers, because they can hear me in the back laughing all the time. And so there we go. Isn't that pretty? And then we're going to spray it with some shimmer spray. But anyway, this man came out the other night. We're going to shake it up and then make sure you always hold it up high and have your card flat. You don't ever want to spray it like this and spray it up close, because then it might get too wet and make your colors run. So there you go. So that's the first one. Isn't that beautiful? I love it, love it, love it. I think this is just a gorgeous, gorgeous card, if I do say so myself. All right, let me see what you guys said about that. He would not be coming in there again, I know. No, he thought it was funny after she told him that it was a joke. Then he was like, oh, okay. But it was funny when we were doing it. I did feel kind of bad, though, because he did not know he was being punked at all. What finger do you have in the handle for the scissors? My thumb and my forefinger, just like, or index finger, just like, isn't that how everybody holds scissors, I think? With those two fingers. But that's definitely, I think, the easiest way to do it. Let's see. King Charles. Not sure what that means, Mel. Let's see, starting to really love purple. I love purple. Love, love, love purple. Let's see. Beginning to rethink fresh freesia. Oh, Susan, you got to get fresh freesia. I love it. One thing I wish they had in this pack, though, was some blue flowers, because it's got the purples and the like coral colors, but it doesn't have any blue. Poor guy. I know. I did feel bad for him, but he was really funny about it. As soon as he found out it was a joke, then he was like, okay, he was funny. And he came out and said that was fine. Let's see. All right, I think I got all this. All right, so now we're going to go to the next card. So now we're going to be using the inside of what I cut out. So here's what you need for this one. We've got 5.5 by 8.5 Mossy Meadow, 5 1/4 by 4 white for the inside, 5 1/4 by 4 black. And every time I was writing the measurements and putting the Post-it note on, and then I went like that, and I kept smearing these all. So that's why they're a little bit smeared. 5 by 3 3/4 fresh freesia. And then these are the inside pieces of the die cut. So it does die cut them both out. I thought at first it was just going to make one die cut, but it does make two separate ones. So that's the inside of the other piece that you cut out. And then this little piece right here, 2 1/4 by 3/4, that goes right behind this flower that I cut out. And actually, I don't know what happened to that flower. It was sitting here a few minutes ago, and it's not in my pile. Hold on. Maybe I left it in the box. Well, we might have to cut another one out. I had already cut it out, too. That's crazy. I don't know where it went. But I'm going to have to cut another one because it's not here. All right, let me straighten this back out so you can take a screenshot. And let me grab that paper and cut another of the flowers out of it. Hold on. can't believe I lost it. Oops, I just knocked a bunch of stuff over. Okay, so let's get that back out. So what I did for that one was I grabbed one like this. So it's kind of like 1.5 flowers and one of these edge ones. And I had already cut it out. I don't know what happened to it. Very strange how stuff just disappears when I'm by myself. I'm the only person here, but somehow stuff disappears. So I can't blame anybody. All right, so hopefully you got a screenshot of that. We'll take these off. All right, so let's see. Here's the card. So these two pieces, we don't have to do anything with. This one, we're going to use that background stamp again. Here it is. Oh my gosh, it was sitting right on top. It just blended right in with that flower. I didn't even see it. There you go. I knew it was there somewhere. All right, so that's what you need. All right, so we're going to do the same background that we used before on this piece. So now we're just doing fresh freesia on top of fresh freesia. And it just gives such a pretty background. I love it. This pad's a little bit on the dry side too. Need to re-ink it. All right, so that's that one. And then let's see, for the inside, for this one, I did the words, thank you, or just thanks, because I didn't put any words on the front, because I felt like it really, the only place I could have put words would have been like right in the middle, I think, and I just decided not to. So I'm just going to stamp the thanks right here, hopefully straight. Oh, I just moved it right when I put it down. It's a little bit messed up, but that's, well, actually, you know what? I could turn it over, but it's so dark, I think you could see it. Well, we'll just go with it. We'll just go with it. Right as I put it down, I can feel it moving. All right. Maybe we'll put this on top. Then you won't notice it so much. We'll just put that right on top of it. Oh, that looks pretty. I like that. Okay. So that'll just give it a little bit of a difference. So you won't notice that it's messed up so much. But if you don't like it, you can flip it over and get a new piece. So there's that. So this one's super easy. We just got to put it together. And I did trim this just a little bit at the bottom. So it wasn't like so, you know, straight across there. I mean, it's a little bit, but it's not, it was like straight over. So I trimmed it just a little bit. So we're going to glue this one down. Oh, so I wanted to tell you about this other guy who came in. So he was an older gentleman, and he came in, and, you know, everybody's got to wear a mask. So all you can see is some people's eyes. And he was probably like 75 years old and had the most beautiful blue eyes. Just, I mean, gorgeous, deep blue eyes. And so I said to him, I said, wow, I said, you just have beautiful eyes. And he's like, he said, I know, girls have been telling me that for years. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so he was kind of like a joker too, but I couldn't really tell if he was serious or not because he was wearing a mask and I couldn't tell if like he was smiling about it or if he was being sarcastic or what was going on. But he was kind of like joking around but kind of being serious. So I don't know. I was just, so then he comes out and you know, we were pretty busy. So he was in the back for a good hour probably. He comes out and he says, I think you need an office with a door because I could hear you laughing all the way in the back. And I was like, well, I'm sorry. He said it was really getting on my nerves. And I was like, okay. I said, well, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. I apologize. And then he said something else. And I said, boy, you're kind of really hurting my feelings now. And he said, I'm just playing. He said, I thought it was funny. He said, I kept laughing when you were laughing. And he said, it was nice to hear that. So At first I was worried because I thought he was serious and he was being kind of mean about it, but then when he said he was just kidding, I was like, okay, that made me feel better. Oops. It's not sticking very good. All right, so we want it just kind of right in the middle. So I was getting punked. I guess it was payback for harassing my friend's boyfriend. All right, so that's just going to stick on like that. Then we're going to put this one on the inside. So we just have thanks. And you can put any words in here or just leave it blank till you need a card. If you need a birthday card, stamp it. You know, I tell my customers they can do that too, because sometimes you just need a certain card, you know, sympathy or birthday or whatever, and you're looking through your stash and you're like, I don't have any. So, you know, if you want to, just leave the card blank until you need a certain card and then put whatever you want on the inside. Oops, let me see. I got one more thing to glue down. This one we're going to put on with dimensionals. But he did have some pretty eyes. And it was funny because he was a big talker. And he was telling me these whole stories, you know, like long stories when I was checking him in. And then when he was checking out and was joking me about my laugh, he starts telling the exact same stories to the other girl who was checking him out. And I was like, I don't know if he just forgot that he told all the same stories again or not, but I do really enjoy like talking to people. All right, so just match that up to the picture, and then it's just popped up. You can't really see it as much, like probably on the screen as I can, but it is like popped up there. And then we're going to put this right across the middle just to give it a little bit of contrast. So you'll be able to see this popped up flower. So that goes right across the middle. And then this is going to go on with dimensionals too. So it's a little bit of depth to it. If you're going to mail it, it's just got a little bit of popped up stuff. And then we're going to make a bow. I decided I'd wait and do the bow with you. All right, so this goes like right here. And then the bow's going to go like right here. So it's going to cover that straight edge right there. So I made a few bows ahead of time, but I didn't really like them with this project. So this one I did with the silver, I forget what it's called, silver something, like baker's twine or thread or I don't know. And then I did one with the metallic mesh ribbon, and I liked the ribbon, okay, the bow, but I didn't really like it with this card. So then I got the linen thread out. So I said, okay, we're going to do linen thread and then this one. So this is the in color that comes in all the 5 in colors. And it's the open weave ribbon. And so whenever I use this one, I always like to cut it right down the middle. Well, as close as you can get to the middle. It's hard to get it perfectly straight, but any of these ribbons that are about like 1/2 inch, I like to cut and make them thinner because I just think it makes a prettier bow, especially if you're doing like double bows. All right, so let's see if that's enough. So we're gonna do a bow. Yep, so I need about that much. All right, and then we need a piece of linen thread. Oops. All right, so you could do both of these with the linen thread, but I just did one of each piece because I didn't want it like too bulky on here because we already got 2 layers of dimensionals. So we're just gonna make a little loop, just like you're tying your shoes, and pull these through, and then just pull on the ends and make your bow a little bit smaller. And there you go. And then just trim that a little bit. Let's see how all that goes. All right, so That's a good size. I'm going to trim it just a little bit more. I was making some cards earlier, and I was watching another Hallmark Christmas movie. I'm telling you, I'm like addicted to these Hallmark Christmas movies. Oh, I brought my cereal too. Remember, I couldn't remember the name of it. So this is my cereal that I eat. It's Cheerios Oat Crunch with almond. It's so yummy, and it doesn't ever get. I mean, I guess if you left it for like a half an hour or something, it'd probably get soggy. But it stays crunchy like the whole time you're eating the bowl of cereal, and it is so good. I love it. But I'm like addicted to the cereal. So just wanted to show you that. They have several of those oat crunch ones. There's one with cinnamon, and there's a regular one, and there's one with something else. But the one with the almonds is the one that's my favorite. All right, so let's stick this on with a glue dot. And this one we're going to spank Stella on. So we're going to put that right. Uh-oh, I think I didn't get it. Nope. I told some of my friends about the glue dot thing, and they were so excited. So I hope whoever said that about that they might redo the glue dots back to the old way. I sure hope they're going to do that, because I really don't like the glue dots the other way. All right, so, all right, now we're going to put some pearls on, and then we're going to spank Stella. And let's put one. I put them wonky on here. I put like one on the bottom, one on the top, but I think I'm just going to put them even on this one, right in the middle. And then just put a few around the edges, like we'll do one there and one over here. All right, so we got an odd number on there, so that's good. All right, then I've got my Wink of Stella. So we're just going to get Wink of Stella and get something to hit it on. Get my scrap paper. All right, so here we go. So I'm holding this in my left hand, just anything that's hard, like marker or whatever you want. Just hold that in your left hand, and then hold this at the very end in your right hand and just hit it. And just stay, you know, like 2 or 3 inches above your paper. And then you'll see all these little sparkles on there. And it just really makes it so pretty. So hopefully you guys can see that. Let me read all these comments. Holy moly. Every time I look up, there's more comments, which is good. I love comments. Oh, thank you, kitty cat. Let me see if I can scroll back. Oh, there's a little gnat in here. Love the purple. Spice Girl was hiding and on top. So what did you see? Oh, wait a minute. So glad they replaced Always Artichoke with Mossy Meadow. I really liked Always Artichoke, though. Oh, good, Deborah. Let's see. Hobby Lobby and Dollar Tree, and they were crazy. I do not even go shopping this time of the year at all. I do everything online. Oh, thank you, Bonnie. You're so sweet, Audrey. Thank you. Thank you, Terry. Thanks, Tony. Oh, thanks, kitty cat. How do you store the extra bows? I just have a Ziploc bag that I keep these in. You know, kind of, I don't really squish it flat, but anytime I have extra bows, I just throw them in that Ziploc bag. So if I need one real quick and I've got one in there that's the right color, I can just grab it. Bonnie, I have not tried the cinnamon one, so I'll have to get that one and try it. But I love that almond one, the almond cereal. Oh, kitty cat, you eat that one dry for a snack. I haven't tried it dry. I put almond milk, vanilla almond milk, and then a teeny bit of half and half. And it's so good. Oh, bummer. Bummer, Susan. Okay, so you guys like the cards tonight. I hope you loved them. make sure you don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. All that good stuff for me. That always helps my channel grow. And I'm getting like halfway to 12,000. So I've got almost 11,500 subscribers. So hopefully, maybe by the end of the year, we've got a couple more weeks, I'll hit 12,000. That would be awesome. So tell all your friends and share these cards with everybody. I just realized I'm crooked on here. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. We were, a whole hour tonight almost. All right, so I'll be back Tuesday night with another video as long as I don't have to go to work. Hopefully I won't have to do that again. So I'll be back and have something else new. I'm pretty much done with Christmas cards, I think. I just am kind of over making Christmas cards, so I really want to play with the new stuff. So I think I'm going to try something else new on Tuesday. But I'll be back. Everybody take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and thanks for joining me tonight, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.